Alright, so this is a video to install the Gen 3 of JB4 for the U11 BMW or U10, so X1 or X2. Alright, in this step you basically just got to pop off the rubber seal, pop this little screw out. There's only two of them. There's one on this side and there's one right over here. Once you pop them both out, it comes out really easy. You just kind of lift up, a little bit up, oh, hold on, right there, a little bit up and then outwards, and that's it. It kind of just pops right out. Walk over here, up and out, and boom, easy peasy. Now, the very tricky part that just took me about 20 minutes was to get this OBD2 wire, which plugs into the JB4, of course, through the car. And I basically got it through that little spot right there, right in there. So there is a huge black wire sticking out of it. That probably won't be your car because mine has a subwoofer amp, and that is the power cable to that subwoofer amp. So you're gonna see just a black little circle of rubber, which is that little black circle of rubber there. You can just pierce it and then you can stick the wire through there and it'll come out the other side just fine. Now it is a pain in the butt for me, mostly because that red wire was right in the way, so it made it harder. I did use this to get it through easily. I just taped it onto here and then I was able to kind of push it through the hole from the inside, from in here. So I did that from in here, just right through there. To remove the intake, it's very easy. Let's just turn these little suckers right here. And then there's a little tab right here. You just push that in and pull this up, and that comes right out. And then you gotta take this off. You just pull it again. And then this little thing requires a little tab push here. And then you push it from the front right there. It pops right out. And then this will actually pop out after you do this, of course. A little bit of... Oh, so first you gotta pop this sucker out. And this just pops right out like nothing. And then this you just kind of pull up with some muscle because it's stuck down there with a couple hooks. You just pull up and that's it. There goes your intake. So the first connection I'm going to make on the JB4 is this particular one right here. So you just got to pop this little kind of greenish white button out with a flathead screwdriver, stick the flathead in here, pop it up, and it'll just pop right out. And then you go ahead and connect, where is it? Here it is. The brown and black wire to this sensor. The big part should be pointing down like that. Pop that in. There you go. Just clips. And then this little one should clip down there. That is a bit of a bitch to get there, but let's see. There you go. Clipped it in. Push in the little tab. And that's it. That's hard to see. There it is. That's the JB4 connected to the intake manifold there. Next step is connecting this one, which is right here in the front of the engine. I took the engine cover off so you could see it and access it easily. Go ahead and pop out the little clip. Easier said than done. Let's see. Let me put it right here. There you go. Yeah, if you stick it in the front, it just pops right out. And you're going to connect your JB4 to this. You're gonna get the one that has the black, yellow, and red cables. Pop it in there like so. And just push that in. There you go. Now connect this little guy right here, like so. Pop it in, and there you go. The third connection is right over here. This guy right back there. You can only access this if you take the engine cover off, so you definitely have to take the engine cover off. Push this little clip. Hold on, it's hard to see in the camera. Push it upwards like that, and stick it in here. It should come right out at some point. There you go. And then you're gonna connect your green and black cable right here, this one. Same thing here, just like that. Oops, did that go in? No. There you go. Nice and tight. And then connect this little guy over here. So to get on camera here. There you go. Push that clip down, make sure it's nice and tight. And then just kind of adjust the wires a little bit so it's nice. That's it for that. To connect the JB4 Connect kit, it's pretty easy. You need a 2.5 Allen wrench. Remove these 4 screws. Once you've got it open, it's pretty easy. Pretty self-explanatory actually. Just connect this sucker with this sucker. Easy as pie. And then you're gonna get 2 little screws that come in the kit. You just go in there, bam, bam, and you close it all up. All right, so now I got all the wires connected. Right there, and right down there. Now, I ran the JB4 through this hole right here, which is pretty nice and big enough to fit the JB4, no problem. And then I went ahead and zip tied it to a tube that's down there. Probably a coolant tube of some sort, I'm not exactly sure. And then I just connected the OBD2 sensor, ran it through here, right under here. You can just kind of lift this up by hand, no need for any tools. I put all the wiring down in there so it's pretty clean. Then just ran it through here, right through here, right through all here, underneath all these things, and then through that hole back there. Right back there, yeah. That big cable sticking out of there is the power cable for my amp, for my subwoofer amp. So don't mind that, you won't have that. And now it's just a matter of putting the engine cover back on, the intake back on, and testing it out. Here we go. All right, everything's connected beautifully. I ran all the cables through here. You can see right there. Oh, come on. Right there. Now there was one little thing I had to do right there. I had to tie wrap the cable that connects to the intake manifold to that pipe right there. The reason was because the fan, I can't really see right now, but the fan was actually hitting it and it was making a loud clanging sound. So once I tie wrapped it there, now it doesn't move and now it's perfect. So it's just fine there. That's all you need to do. And as you can see, there are no codes at all. They're just connected, working perfectly fine. Oh, well, don't mind that code. That code is because I took out my DRLs because I'm gonna upgrade them, but that code has nothing to do with the JB4. It's working perfectly fine. That's the end of this video. Have a good one, guys.